Jon Jones punches back at Daniel Cormier's latest Thanksgiving jab, but outside the spotlight, major shakeups threaten UFC 324. Chimaev needs leg surgery and will not return until after Ramadan, delaying a top contender. Ilia Topuria opens up about his divorce, and he is stepping away from the title scene, leaving the division in limbo. Fighters and fans erupt over Dana White's explosive fight announcements, and with legacies and careers now in flux, what is really going on behind the chaos? Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier still find new ways to needle each other, even with no fight on the horizon. This Thanksgiving, Cormier fired off a jab about Jones spending the holiday in Chechnya instead of at home, poking fun at Jones' priorities. Jones didn't let it slide. He shot back with his classic rent-free in your headline, then posted a tongue-in-cheek Thanksgiving video that had fans rolling. Their rivalry has outlasted title reigns, suspensions, and retirements. No matter how much time passes, Jones and Cormier always seem ready for another round, at least on social media. Khamzat Chimaev's next fight will not happen until after Ramadan, and there is a medical reason for the delay. Chimaev is scheduled for leg surgery, so any return to the octagon is off the table until at least April 2025. That means he will be out through the Ramadan period from February 29th to March 31st, 2025. Meanwhile, Nassourdine Imavov is not backing down. He posted that he will accept nothing less than a title shot, even if it means waiting months for Chimaev's recovery. Chimaev fired back, telling Imavov to work on his wrestling. Fans will have to be patient, and the stakes for this middleweight matchup just got higher. Ilia Topuria has made it clear, there will be no title defense in the first quarter of 2025. In a public statement, the featherweight champion said he is facing a difficult time in his personal life, and he needs to focus on his children. He apologized to fans and said he does not want to hold up the division. He added he will let UFC know when he is ready to return. Max Holloway responded with support, saying he has been in similar shoes and that taking care of family always comes first. The featherweight landscape now waits, with respect for Topuria's priorities. Dana White's Thanksgiving bombshell set the MMA world buzzing. Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett will headline UFC 324 for the interim lightweight title. Gaethje is a fan favourite known for violent wars. He had been vocal about his future. He wanted a title shot, or he would consider walking away. On the other side, Paddy Pimblett's star has exploded in the UK, making him a massive draw for the Paramount Plus debut. With Ilia Topuria stepping away for personal reasons, the UFC needed a headline act and a clear path to unify the belt later in 2025. This matchup checks every business box, but it is the interim status and the promise of a unification bout that give it real stakes. Kayla Harrison's rise to UFC champion brought her straight into a collision with Amanda Nunes, the woman many still call the greatest of all time. Both women built their legacies through dominance, Harrison with Olympic gold and a flawless MMA run, and Nunes by clearing out 2 divisions and retiring on top. They spent years as teammates, pushing each other in training, but now stand on opposite sides of the cage with the bantamweight belt on the line. For many in the MMA world, this showdown is the true centerpiece of UFC 324, a legacy fight that could reshape the entire women's division, no matter what the main event says on paper. UFC 324 is not just about the main and co-main events. It is a full night, stacked with top-tier matchups that promise action across the card. Shavkat Rakhmonov takes on Song Yadong in a clash of ranked contenders, raising the stakes in the welterweight division. Arnold Allen faces Gene Silva, promising fireworks for featherweight fans. Alexa Grasso meets Rose Namajunas in a battle of former champions. Derek Lewis returns against Rodrigo Nascimento, while Waldo Cortez Acosta is on standby. The late addition of Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueroa adds even more depth. Top to bottom, this UFC 324 card guarantees action in almost every weight class, and it keeps every division moving. Just 7 days after UFC 324, the UFC goes straight to Sydney for another title fight. Alexander Volkanovski will defend his featherweight belt against Diego Lopez at UFC 325 on January the 31st, 2025. 2 pay-per-view events, back-to-back weekends, and both with championship gold on the line. The rapid turnaround leaves little breathing room for fighters or fans. Volkanovski, fighting on home soil, faces Lopez in a matchup that keeps the featherweight division moving despite Topuria's absence. This packed schedule is setting a new tempo for the UFC early 2025 calendar, with every division feeling the pressure to stay active. Movsar Evloev didn't mince words after the Lopez title shot was announced. He called out the UFC decision-making, asking why merit seemed to matter less than popularity these days. Aljamain Sterling, a former champion who usually defended the company, took to social media with a long thread. He asked whether fans want merit or popularity in these marquee fights, and he urged fans to speak up, saying it is up to the fans to start complaining about this nonsense. Sterling pointed out that fighters can only accept the bouts they are offered, putting the power squarely in the hands of the audience. His frustration echoed across the MMA world, opening the door for fans to demand more from the system. Ariel Helwani's verdict was blunt. On his show, he compared the interim belt at UFC 324 to a BMF title. That comparison sparked outrage across the sport. Helwani even offered his own bracket, Sarukian versus Topuria, for the true #1 contender, with the winner facing whoever survives Gaethje versus Pimblett. He asked the simple question, what else must Arman Sarukian do to earn his shot? Sarukian's response was sharp. Make it make sense. Fans took over from there. Social media exploded with posts like, Dana really did Arman dirty again, and interim lightweight without the #1 contender, UFC or WWE. The debate over merit and popularity turned the controversy into a meme factory. Accounts like, as shocked as it gets posted, Sarukian photoshopped into a WWE ring holding a fake belt. Fight culture used the Spider-Man pointing meme with Gaethje, Pimblett, and Dana. Even the channel weighed in with a side-by-side of the official UFC bracket and Helwani's alternative, captioned, "Choose your fighter." The community's frustration became comedy, keeping the controversy alive long after the official announcements. Right now, the fight game is ruled by headlines, not just rankings. As fans push back, the real battle is over what shapes this sport's future. Whose voice matters most?